Good afternoon. Welcome to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. I am your host, Twan Don. We are back in the building. Today, the Carolina Panthers took on the Seattle Seahawks with a chance to win the NFC South. But the Carolina Panthers would come up short, even with a destined loss in the Miami-Tampa Bay game, where the one and only guy that we had make the Pro Bowl would not play like a Pro Bowl player today. Today's show should be about missed opportunities, you know. A lot of missed opportunities out on the field. A lot of guys look like they weren't ready to play. And that's been the Carolina Panthers all year. Win a game, down a game, win a game, down a game. They show up and then they get missing. They show up and they get missing. Today was no different, with a right opportunity to win it all. Today should be T-shirt and hat day, something we haven't done since 2015, winning the division. But it would be like the Carolina Panthers to make it hard on themselves and present yet another challenge. Let me get the crew up in here, man. Look, up first, we got my man Edge in the building. Edge, what's going on? Edge, are you with us?
My bad, man. I was getting beat by the mic and by the mute button, just like the Panthers just got beat by Seattle.
Yeah.
Week 18, here we go.
We got my man Popping Bullets in the building.
Yo.
First lady of the show, Aries Claire.
We just can't. We like looking at a gift horse in the mouth and just saying, you know what, we don't want it.
Yep.
I swear to God.
Special guest coming to the show today. We got my man MDJ in the building.
Hi, guys.
Hello there, sir.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all like this, man. I'm not even mad, bro. I could get out here shouting today.
I ain't either.
And being me, you know what I'm saying? But I don't even have the energy for one. I'm under the weather. I don't have the energy for it today. And just like when Claire laughed, that's my sentiments exactly. It's just you've been gifted something and you won't take it, you know. Carolina Panthers have not won a division since 2015. It's pretty much been handed to you on a platter today. And all you got to do is just go win at home. You know what I'm saying? Not to break down the the Seahawks like they're nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they really, this is a very, very winnable game. Man. We could have absolutely won this game, bro.
Are we seriously taking the knee?
Are you still watching the game?
If the game isn't in reach, of course they're going to take a knee.
Man, you just cut my shit off for a 27-10 game, bro.
We could just throw the ball and let somebody get their knee blowed out, Edge. Which one you rather have, man?
Damn.
Which one you rather have, man? Just take the goddamn on knee, man.
In this shit, man. What do you want? Get over with, man.
I mean, MDJ.
Dudes out their misery, bro.
Ain't no need for no crazy anything other crazier to happen, man. I'm cool with the knee, man. I'm cool with the knee.
Leave it
taking the knee with 17 down.
Take the knee or get the knee took, man. You know.
Look, man, this is a game we could have won. I mean, we just all watched the game. I'm an MDJ. Well, what Indy said, with everything that happened today, man, it really came down to that JC Horn play for me. I don't know who he was today, man. I mean, I'm going back to Pop's old word, JC Torn. He didn't play like a Pro Bowler today. He got away with one face mask, did it again. He out here still trying to arm tackle and tackle high. You know, the team just looked flat today, y'all. Like they didn't even want to win. So let's I feel like the O-line played decently today. You know what I'm saying? Other towards the end when it looked like they clearly gave up. I don't really have too much to say about Bryce Young. I thought Bryce did what they gave him. You know what I'm saying? We are still leading the division because Tampa Bay is about to lose. And the defense, man, I thought the defense played pretty good, you know, except for the dumb plays that we had. Man, so many plays we should have capitalized on. We should have had 3 interceptions this game. They just can't cross it over, man. Let me get into the comments. Get everybody up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody to the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Before we get to you guys and get you guys' opinions on the show, man, you know, PD Quick is in here talking about let's go 704. You know, it's 302. Man, I swear to God, if you come in here thinking you're going to be negative today, don't even think about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said show starts at 3 o'clock. Shout out to Navash. He said still in the mood for a post-game show. Absolutely, man. We got to talk about this one. He said Bryce didn't do us any favors either. Don't give that motherfucker a contract in the 5th year. Nah, he ain't earning that. He said make him play out his 4th year straight.
Facts.
He said he doesn't deserve anything. This is not a Bryce. This is not gonna be no damn Bryce show. It was plenty of blame to go around, but I understand what you're saying. He said y'all been late and delaying all day, man. We had to wait for the game to be over. He said I always see all the podcasts popping off after wins. The energy is not the same after we lose. I don't like that at all. Look, man, we still leading the division. You know that's why we're not gonna go crazy. Well, I'm not gonna go crazy today. Belzo, you know, we got my Bloody Knuckles in the head. We'll open the link up in a second. We just want to let everybody in here get off first. I know people got a lot to say, but it is cause for concern going into this last game if these guys are going to play like this. Yes, I know. I'm seeing comment like, I know Tedder said he was sick, you know, and we'll talk about that. So why were they, you know, going to him so much? Guys, I don't even think we had over 100 yards passing this game, to be honest with you.
No, we haven't.
Redman Boy said face mask fucked us up, but Bryce ain't do shit all good. I mean, Bryce couldn't do anything, man. That defense was solidified today. What could he do? He said we need an OC and a new QB. That's Brad. Navarre said Bryce Young 54 yards passing and an interception. Yeah, we'll get into that. We got my man Navas with the $5 super chat. He said, do not give Bryce that 50-year option. 54 yards and an interception, laughing out loud with 2 minutes to go in the game. Shout out to Ray Shack in here. He said a damn face mask on 3rd and 20. The fuck? We got my man Ray in the building. Ray, what's going on? He said this shit is fucking wild, man. Back to my man Brad. He said Sam Darnold is the first quarterback to win 13 games in back-to-back seasons with different teams. Yep. And Ray, you know that the social media voice. He said, "Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way." And then he said, "Where the fuck is y'all's pride, man? They didn't have any today, Ray. I mean, I'm saying it's no urgency, man. Like they didn't even want to win." Earl Locklear said JC and Bryson and Chuba lost this game. No, it was a culmination of everything, bro. Ray Shack, Mike Jack interception, and Chuba fumbles. Yep. Missed opportunities. Squad Down Productions. Horn my ass. The offense did absolutely nothing today. Defense played great. We got D-Money in the building. We'll let y'all in a second, man. We got my man Commander 336 said, we nailed the ball with 2 minutes left and we're down. Is that a surrender? Nah. Just let that shit be over with. Redman Boy said, Horn fucked up us, but Bryce is not a quarterback we need. He doesn't have what it takes to be feared, and Chuba's trash too. Damn. Tell me how y'all really feel, man. Shout out to Big Walt in the building. Shout out to my man Big Dog. Fresh is in the building. You, my boy Blue, is in the building. A lot of people in here, guys. A lot of people in here. We have over 167 people in here right now across 3 platforms, man. No, 210. Terrell Marshall said Horn and Hubbard blew that game. Yeah, it's untimely too, man. Chuba seems to fumble, turns the ball over in untimely situations, and Horn decided it's a lot, man. A damn face mask. We got my man Kevlar Tom in this, and he had 60. At 60, they ain't gonna get you. They ain't gonna get it. Kevlar Tom said 54 yards passing. Locks and Talk Sports is in the building. The real HHENT is in the building. Let me see, who is this? NB Fleewan 7081 is in the building. Guys, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button while you're in here right now. Do not forget to do that. Hit the like button right now. Please help us out, man. Hit that like button so that YouTube will send you guys a notification and often, you know what I'm saying? That's how we get our production up, you know. A lot of people in the chat, man. Love, I didn't get your name, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat today, man. I will be reading the chat sporadically throughout the game, man. Look, who wants to start first, man? What did you see in this game? And, how do you feel about it? Let me just get the overall feelings about this game, man.
Well, I guess what I call it is they were the PTO Panthers today. Yeah, paid time off Panthers.
Nobody showed up to work.
Nobody showed up. I mean, the only one that really showed up to me was Mike Jack.
Yep. Shout out to Mike Jack.
Shout out to everybody that say he was trash. And it's sad to say this. I'm gonna talk my shit, but it is what it is. I almost feel like after watching this, man, y'all gonna be mad. I'm gonna say this.
Man, nobody gonna be mad, man. Go ahead and say it.
Do we understand why Evero be putting Mike Jack on the number ones? Because Mike Jack is solid technically.
It's been looking like that lately.
Because when I tackled, I never tackled for your helmet or your face mask. And we came and complained and talk about referees because they let us slide with one.
They let us slide with more than one today. I ain't gonna hold you.
So I'm not sure if he's head hunting or what, but all you had to do was push him out of bounds.
It's
literally, literally that's all it was. Push him out of bounds, and we got it. We on the field.
Just slow him down. He didn't even have to push him out for real.
Right. Like they had 14 yards to go.
It was kind of stupid, pretty stupid.
Yeah. They conceded. They didn't even want to get the first down. They conceded.
Nobody did anything great today outside of Mike Jack. Outside of Mike Jack, everybody else get a capital F plus. It was terrible. I mean, the defense did what they did. They were solid for the majority of the time. They had missed opportunities. I mean, the tackling was so terrible. I mean, the Canadian Bacon, he's cooked. Get him off my team. I don't want Chuba no more.
You just paid him last year, Pop.
I don't care what they paid him. Somebody else can pay him.
No, you personally, you out your own pocket paid him.
Nah. I take donations to I ain't doing that. No, sir. Get him off my team, man. Me and MDJ always talk about this all the time, and he says it himself. Why, when it's the most important time, you use Chuba?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he 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 think he's bigger than what he is. He's not. Actually, he's not Charbonnet. They're not built the same. They're not. Chuba wants to be a Charbonnet. You're not like that. You're not. Sorry, Bryce. You didn't do no justice either. You was. I mean, he did ran in for the touchdown, whatever. But if that's the best you got, then I've been out, so
Well,
it
my
doesn't
question is
matter.
this: like, okay, as far as Bryce, what more could he have done, man?
I
I
don't.
mean,
I
was like,
Execute better.
You mean he couldn't find a way to get more than 54 passing yards in an
I agree,
entire
but
four
listen, but like
quarters?
my thing is, we only gonna be able to tell on that all 22 or whatever. It's just like, was nobody not getting open all day? I
that's.
mean,
I mean,
he
off his
checked down about
performance,
15 times.
off the performance. That's what it's saying. So I mean, hey, if that's the excuse we can give Bryce today, okay. When I see the
I'm
all
not trying to give
22,
him an
I
excuse.
better.
I'm saying if
No,
ain't
no, I
nobody
understand.
open, they
I
ain't
I better
open.
see I better see
I,
every single tight end
I,
and every single wide
it,
receiver
right.
locked up
That's what
then.
I'm saying.
And if
If
I
that's
don't, oh
yeah, if that's what I find out, yeah, yeah, yeah. This was a terrible performance. I didn't like all the play calling either, but um, and Canales, come here, Canales. If you run Jimmy Horn on another wide receiver sweep, I hope you stump your toe every morning for the rest of the season.
He's a fucking idiot, man.
Stop
for
running
another
that boy
week.
on wide receiver sweeps. It doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Hey,
Coker getting
hey, Pop,
beat up on a block. It killed that whole play. He only got 2 yards on that.
Pop,
Go
you
ahead,
remember
Twan.
when
What
I
you
said
got to
that
say?
on the last show? I said, in preparing for this game, I said, Canales, if you pull Jimmy Horn out here on the field, you've got to run some different plays to him. Because if they're looking at what we've done with him, they're gonna see what's coming. I said you've got to start calling plays specifically for Jimmy. You cannot keep putting them out there where everybody, okay, Jimmy Horn's in the game. We know what the hell they get ready to run. That's all he ever runs.
Yeah, that defense that was displayed out there that we had to go against. They were forcing you to throw the ball because they stopping the run. They were forcing you to throw the ball and hoping that they front four was getting to your quarterback. He definitely does a few sacks today. Um, I do see some improvement, but it's not enough. Uh, but I'll let somebody else take the wheel.
Hey guys, come on, stop playing around. Hit that like button for us, please, man. Hit that like button for us. You know what I'm saying? The only way that we continue to do and bring y'all the product, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and our channel grows is when y'all hit that like button. I know it's redundant. I know every podcast says it, but that really is what it is, man. YouTube likes to fuck around and go, well, if they're not hitting the like button and they're not interested in your show or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we have to hit it. You gotta hit it. I wish you didn't have to do it. Obviously, you like the show because you come over here, but you gotta hit that like button. It don't even take a second. Just hit it for us, not for you, for us.
Just to throw it out there for
Claire,
you, Canales is up talking. If you want to be pissed off and listen to it, just saying.
Not really. I'm good.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Man,
all
you
he's
can
gonna
play the one
do,
from last
Well,
week.
well,
all
When
he's
well,
gonna
nobody
do
it
is
ain't for
praise
me.
other teams.
I'm just saying for the people in the chat. They might want to hear. So
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll put it up. I'll put it up in a
Hey,
second. All he gonna do is praise the other team, though.
Hey,
uh,
Twan, you can play the one from last week. Wouldn't nobody know the fucking difference? He said the same
Nah,
shit every
it's
fucking time. It don't
with
matter.
me every time.
It don't really matter, man. They ain't
I
gonna
like
lose.
let me guess,
Man,
MDJ. I like the first off thinking Seattle Seahawks. They play tremendous football.
I think we just
Uh,
missed a couple opportunities. We'll go back and
and then he's gonna talk
we'll
about
watch it, learn from it, grow from it, and try to be better the next game.
yep, that's the whole press conference right there, guys.
and then here come the questions. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, right now or whatever. Nigga, the season is over. When are you gonna get into it?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Seattle is a better team than we are. Just period.
Yeah,
Like before the game, I said last week we was gonna lose. But when watching the game, we actually had a chance. Like, J.C. Horn didn't rob us of a victory, but he did rob me of the opportunity to see what would have happened. Because I feel like we had all the momentum. We had every bit of momentum. The crowd was into the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bryce might would have made a play, or he might wouldn't have. Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? You can't definitively tell me either way. You can say what you want about the yards and shit. You can't just tell me that he won't gonna do shit, because he would have. You know what I'm saying? We scored the drive before, so J.C. Horn just robbed us of a good opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Not once, but twice. He also dropped the interception early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the only one.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
There's two others who could have had interceptions and didn't. Bryce Young
I
threw
told
an
you, yes, I
interception.
said we-
Chuba fumbled the
Bryce
ball.
gave the ball away. Chuba fumbled the damn ball. I mean, it was honestly, man, for us to be as shitty as we was, to even be in the game was a blessing. Like,
Yep.
We played
Yeah.
absolutely undisciplined is how we played.
Shouldn't even have been a game. The offensive line was
And-
getting their ass whooped all game, I felt like.
I mean, and here's my thing. This is where it's one of those things where it's like, how in the world do you let this go from being completely obtainable to just way out of your reach? Because at the half, our defense against this Seahawks offense, who apparently was averaging 20, 29, almost 30 points a game, they held them to 3 points. What the fuck was our offense not being able to capitalize on? What were they not doing? You have a defense who holds them to 3 points for 60 minutes. What the fuck were you doing? And why weren't you doing the right thing? What were you doing wrong? What was happening? Costly mistakes, stupid mistakes, lack of discipline, and poor ass execution, in my opinion, on both sides of the ball, mostly on the offense, I'll say it, are why we did not win this game and why we did not capitalize on the opportunities presented to us. Because by halftime, for them to only have 3 points on the board, that is inexcusable at home.
Facts. This felt like an away game to me. And that's sad to say.
Yeah.
That's what that was the product that I seen out there was an away game. You would have thought that was Seattle out there home game.
So based on how we played the Rams and we saw Seattle against the Rams last week, I felt like Seattle in every way in this game kept saying, "Here, man, y'all can win," and the Panthers kept saying, "No, y'all can have it back." They're like, "Nah, seriously, y'all can go ahead and take this game." You know what I'm saying? We're not playing our best either. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of good pressure on Sam Darnold, but the linebacker play is so non-existent. Everybody can always tack the middle. The linebacker, we got to address that linebacker shit right away.
I feel like in this game,
one of the problems
the defense came out with energy, but the offense didn't have no energy at all.
They're like they weren't even trying to play.
Yeah, linebackers want a problem today.
It's like, do y'all know what's on the line today? Do y'all know what's on the line?
That's what I was going to bring up, Twan. You know what they looked like to me too? And I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but to me, the way it looked, they looked like a team who they felt like, hey, even if Tampa loses, even if we lose, at least we have one more chance to try to do this. So it's okay if we still lose. No, that's how they played. They played like, well, we've got one more chance, so it's okay. You don't slack off because you know that there's two different ways for you to potentially make it to the postseason. Just earn it. Go after it. Go ahead and just take it. Because then guess what? You clinch the division. I'm not saying you don't play your hardest against the division rival in week 18, but if you would have won today because Tampa just lost, guess what? You don't have to necessarily, absolutely kill yourselves next week. You can rest people if you want to. My God, you might need it. But no, instead, you decided to go out there and play like, oh, this is a throwaway game. If we win, great. If we don't, we got one more chance. Fuck that shit. My God. Again, I said it before. Does this team really deserve to go to the playoffs? They got to start playing like it.
Yeah, they deserve to go if they get in.
Well, yeah, you got to play like it, too. To play like it, you get in. They're not playing like it.
Hey, look, can I pose a question to y'all? But I just need y'all to be 100% honest. Just be real. Keep it a bean now. Before this game, what percentage y'all think we was gonna actually win? Like, just give me a number. Be honest though.
What do you mean percentage?
How confident were you in us winning? Like
40%. 40.
I give
40.
yeah, I give us like a 40%
Yeah,
chance.
really?
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's higher than I
I'm
would think. Damn.
about. I mean,
Because I
honestly,
know because I came in thinking we could run on them, MDJ, and we couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going 40, 60, 60 going to Seattle, but I mean, still 40% is more than. If this was the same team from
Damn.
earlier this year, I would not have given them 40%. You know what I'm saying? Like if they would not have grown, if we did not see this defense come alive the way they have and other parts that were coming together, if they were playing the same way like they were through weeks 1 through 5, I would have told you we would have had like 5% chance of winning. But because I have watched this team be literally, they are the definition of inconsistent. We are an 8-7, well now an 8-8 team, I guess. We that means we are equally we are losing as many as we are winning. That is the definition of inconsistent. I couldn't go 50-50 because I felt like that there was definitely more talent and there's going to definitely be more of a competitive edge from Seattle from them. So that's why I was going 40-60. But I mean,
they weren't even playing hard.
I don't even feel like they gave,
and
I honestly don't even feel like that the Panthers gave 40% effort. So fuck. Anyway.
You blaming the players or the coaches this time, Twan?
I'm gonna let Twan answer that. I'm staying out of that.
I mean, it's such a direct question. We got to.
Yeah, it's a direct question. I want to know.
So when you gonna think I'm trying to be funny, but like if you joined the show when you should have joined, you would have heard me already answer that question.
The Saints just beat.
And who did you blame?
Saints to beat the Titans, and Tyler Shook has 22 of 27,
Edge. I'm here. Edge.
yards.
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't give a fuck.
Teams,
crazy.
I don't give a fuck.
That is crazy.
I mean, who is the whoop-de-doo? I mean,
they playing the Titans. We don't give a fuck.
I understand they playing
the Titans is trash. The Titans is trash.
We don't give a fuck what the score
I understand the Titans is trash, but a team that's not even in it no more still put up a fucking prideful effort.
But we don't give a shit
over a team that's trying to make the playoffs.
I wish we played the Titans today.
Over a team that's trying to make the playoffs, the Saints showed up more fucking pride than we fucking did.
I guess a 3-13 team.
We can't listen. I'm here to tell y'all right now, we can sit here and say something, oh, they're a 3-13 team. This is the same Saints team that swept us in our own division. So just keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Listen.
Man.
That's sad.
Y'all over here. You act like this is not like. Y'all just be like, I don't understand this whole. Okay, whatever. It happens.
Nah, go ahead, man.
You're gonna lose something. Man. You win something, you lose something.
Oh, you're right, Nick. You win some, you lose some. But here's my thing. But here's my thing. How come a team like the Saints can go out and show some pride, no matter who the other NFL
Dude, that's the second best defense in the NFL. That's the second best defense in the NFL. Let's be 100% honest.
Hold on, Nick. Hold
on. Two ass teams, man. Somebody got to win the game.
I understand two ass teams, but here's the fucking thing, though. We're trying to.
There ain't no pride in that, dude. Nobody cares.
Thank you. That's my whole point. How the hell can
nobody cares? One of them teams have to win.
Fucking Titans, man. Get the fuck out. Yeah, like they beat the Rams.
Man, move it on, man.
Listen, Ed, you have absolutely no leg to stand here on when both of those teams were playing for nothing.
Oh my! I understand they're not playing for nothing, but they show way more fucking pride than we fucking did.
Edge, because they have nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose and nothing to gain.
Edge,
that's not pride. That's not pride. That's not pride. They didn't go out there and play football. That's not pride.
We don't fucking deserve to be in the
pride isn't winning against a team that's going. Listen, Edge, I'm gonna give you this. If they were playing a team that was going to the playoffs, I might understand it.
Hey, everybody can't hear you if y'all over talking to each other. Hey, everybody can't hear you if you're talking over each other. Please don't come in here preaching sermons. Get to your point and get out of it quick so somebody can rebuttal what you're saying. The people, if the playbacks can't hear you.
That's all I'm saying. Show some fucking pride.
That ain't no pride when you get.
That ain't no pride
earlier. Somebody got to win the game, Ed.
I understand somebody got to win the game, but show some fucking pride that you want to be here, that you want to actually fucking win. Show that.
That's no
Yeah, big
prize.
pride.
Edge.
They went 3-12, man. They some shit, man.
Here's the thing, though. That's all they've got left, Edge. There is nothing for them to win. They have nothing to lose and nothing to win or gain. Pride is all they have.
What do we have?
An opportunity that we just squandered away, and we have one more opportunity. If we squander it away again, then we are exactly who we thought we were. So let's just stop. There's no point in arguing about a Titans team or a New Orleans team who is fighting for absolutely nothing.
Claire, that's all we saying.
I'm aware. I am aware. When all it's not even well, that's all they have left to play for is how many is who they can beat and win at this point. How many more wins can they add to their column, even though they literally add up to nothing? You know, the moral victories that we loved to preach about last year. That's what they're fighting for. It's pride. That's all they've got left.
Tennessee boys out there to get
God
a
in
paycheck.
heaven.
Them boys out there getting paid. They getting paid to play football, bro.
They trying to get their draft shit up.
Man, let me get these last 2 weeks checking in, man. Let me go out here and play some football.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
Like they playing a whole. I would 100% agree with Edge if it was a team that was going to the playoffs, but it's nobody.
It don't fucking matter.
All right,
Moving swiftly on. I swear. Let's just move on. There's no point.
The answer to the next question is I blamed it all. Mike Jack had a good game, and I didn't feel like either side of the ball played with any. Well, I don't want to put the whole defense in trouble. J.C. Horn made some horrible fucking mistakes. He dropped the damn interception in the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
he got away with one face mask. In my opinion, he got away with a horse tackle too. But I don't know what J.C. Horn was on today.
Yeah, that's not a horse collar. It's grabbing the back of the jersey is not a horse collar.
I don't give a shit. I'm just talking about how he played overall. I don't care. He played like shit today, man.
Has he played anywhere near how he was playing since the concussion?
Probably not.
I don't think so. I hope that's not a factor either, because if you plan on winning, if we do get in the playoffs, hey, MDJ, I'm gonna be honest with you, MDJ. That's the shit that's bothering me right now. The truth, like we went from the division champs to if we get in the playoffs.
Yo,
off one play.
Yeah.
We got D Money in here. We got my man J Issue in the building too. J Issue, what's up, bro? Let me let D Money get in here real quick, man. Look, what did you see, man?
yo, to be for real, respectfully to this beautiful panel and respectfully to the chat and so forth. I love every single one of y'all. But I think everybody's tripping just a little bit. Everybody's tripping just a little too hard. And the reason why is I understand, right? We had the division sitting right there in front of us. But like Claire said so elegantly, right? When we came out of halftime, the score was 3-3. All right. And the main thing we know about these Carolina Panthers, for us to be in our best position, we have to play clean football, regardless of the stats that Bryce Young or lack of. When we play clean football without like a large amount of penalties or turnovers, we're successful. Yes, we could have won that game. But when we went back-to-back turnovers and then a defense who fought, and I think the defense is catching a little too much slack today. Yes, there was some runs on us, but look at the field position in the second half that our defense had to fight against, mainly because of the turnovers or whatever. The thing of lack of effort and so forth, I don't look at it as a lack of effort. You had a team that was the number one team in the NFC. If I'm not mistaken, a top 3 offense. I'm not quite even for sure what their defense is. All right. Like Claire said, she said we don't win next week, right? We are who she think that we're all.
All right, so D Money, I heard what you said, D Money. This is where I'm gonna put you at. So you said
where are you putting?
So where are we? Where are we if J.C. Horns catches that interception where we're already in the red zone? I think we'd have been on the 9 or 10 yard line. if he doesn't fuck up our chances on a third down at the end of the game, right? If Derek Brown catches another interception, there was another interception that Sam Darnold threw that could have been another interception. If we capitalize on all three of those interceptions and, open that playbook up a little bit more and not be so damn predictable in our offensive playbook, you telling me we couldn't have won that game?
Well, by the time that face mask, we was already down. That's a flip of the coin. The interception that was dropped earlier, that's early in the game. We still got a lot of time to play. But do you notice what you said with the defense? You named J.C. Horn out of 2 of those 3 scenarios, and then you named the defensive tackle as the third for the turnover or whatever, right? But Derek Brown to even come that close to an interception was a grace of God. Okay, he couldn't hold on to it. Derek Brown is not meant for that. So I don't even put that on Derek Brown. J.C. Horn didn't play well. We had 3 sacks going into the fourth quarter on Seattle when they say we couldn't get to the quarterback. We had no sacks given until that last drive we had to try to do something when Bryce caught those 2 sacks. It wasn't a moment of where we just played bad. We weren't consistent. And if you want to talk about this team's consistency, this game has been a outlook of what the whole season has looked like.
You dodged my question.
I always believe we can win. But in those scenarios, I can't take the J.C. Horn face mask and say that we would have won that game if he didn't have that face mask. I can say our chances were better.
Along with the missed interceptions, look, if the ball hits Derek Brown's in the hands, then he got to catch it. I
can't get on Brown on that. Defensive tackles don't catch nothing, bro.
I think here my biggest thing is more so the fact that because our defense was holding them to 3 points for a long time, the fact that our offense gave them 14 points because they did capitalize on the fumble and the interception. That is 14 points that could have just not happened, which is something that is willingly in their control. The defense not capitalizing on plays, sure, but did they make the stops? If they made the stops, regardless if the interceptions happened or not, then they still gave the ball back to the offense. The offense just didn't do shit with it. And that's where I get irritated.
Yeah, and if you want to go on that narrative of it, then I'm with you. But from what I saw with this defense, the defense really gave the best it could under the circumstances that they were put under. At halftime, the score was 3-3. Then we had 2 turnovers that were earth-shattering for that defense because look where we had to defend from. Yep. So for me, it's not a thing of I don't feel like there was effort, like there was a lack of effort all around. There was just one side of the ball that couldn't get out of its own way. That's why even if you ask me if this interception would have happened or this play would have happened, do I think we would have won the game? I can't say so because one side of the ball really was not producing. That's just where I'm at with it. But to sit and act like that these guys played like they didn't have nothing to play for, that's kind of disingenuous because that defense held a Seattle team for the most part until the wheels fell off on the other side of the ball.
You're correct. I agree on that 100%. You can't blame it on singular plays.
Yeah, and then on top of that,
it goes back to
in this game we can.
It goes back to once again offensive issues.
Yeah.
Now, Twan, you have said about the woulda, shouldas, and couldas, but today you giving me a lot of woulda, shouldas, and couldas. So I really don't understand
Hold up, D-Money. The ball hit J.C. Horn's hands. He should have intercepted that ball. I'm not going. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not going to let you get away with the Derek Brown shit because Derek Brown's not going to allow himself to get away with it. He's going to tell you it hit my hands. I should have caught it. I don't want nobody to tell me.
I expect every player to say that for him.
Let me finish. He's not saying I want y'all to give me a pass because I'm a lineman. I should have caught it.
But Twan, that ball didn't hit his hands. That ball hit him in the body.
That body hit his hands.
No, it did not.
I
I'm
don't
not.
blame Derrick Brown for
I'm
not catching that because it was a tip ball and then it got tipped again and he just so happened to turn around and you know what I'm saying, and just couldn't place it.
not, man.
That's not
He had
really
plenty of time to focus on
that's
that.
a, no he doesn't, man. Do you see
Hey,
all the
that
people that was crowded around him and everything like that? That was one of those miracle
don't
woulda
matter.
coulda
Mm-mm.
it I'm not expecting Derrick Brown. He did his job today. So Derrick Brown shouldn't even be a subject matter to me, in my opinion. Defense played good except for uh, one or two players. And that's all we can say. The defense did
I'm
enough
not
for us
calling
to win
Derek
the
Brown out
game.
though. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about a missed opportunity with
I mean,
him.
but it was a lot of missed opportunities.
I
But
didn't
I
say
mean,
Derek Brown played shitty the whole game. I said both sides. I, I I opened up saying both sides of the ball. You know, so don't let somebody take my words and turn it into one guy. I
no,
named a lot
I get
of
that.
people at the top.
I get that. I'm not really focusing on Derrick
I
Brown
agree with
as
you.
much
Outside of Michael Jackson, nobody had a great game.
Yeah, I just feel like once again I got to give Evero his praises. He called a great game. I don't think we ain't doing that. Evero called a good game. He started blitzing early. It
Yep.
was on Sam Darnold. They gave him opportunities to get some turnovers. We just didn't come up with it. This offense is seriously lacking focus and execution. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to start. Uh, after looking at this, I saw 0 stars on the offense today. 0 stars.
Yep. And I want to say that Bryce Young's interception was 100% his fault.
Absolutely.
100. That ain't bad
I don't
play
even know why
calling.
he chose to throw it there. I
He
mean,
could have
Me
thrown it.
neither.
He could have.
or just
He
throw
could
it
have.
ahead of him. My God, Ted's got
Yes,
the wingspan. Throw it ahead of him. Jesus Christ.
that's where he was supposed to place that ball. He placed the ball behind him, where he had to
hmm
stop and try to come back to it. The DB was facing him. You should never throw it behind him if the DB's
No,
facing
you
him.
He
shouldn't.
should have never threw that ball to him anyway because even if you put it in front of him, he got T Mac's head ripped off. It would have to be a
You're right.
perfect
That's
ball
Yeah,
true.
that's how
because
many it was. Thank you, JP. Sorry, Poppin. Go ahead.
he was sandwiched between a corner and a safety. So I mean,
Yeah.
but you once again, Bryce, once he picks who he's gonna throw it to, he's gonna throw it. No
Yep.
matter how dangerous it can be. And that's him not going through progressions. Um, but you know, hey, they didn't seal the deal. They got one more game to go. If they want to get in there. If they want it, they got to show it. Other than that, like I'm not mad about this game. Like I told people before this game on other places and here that this is gonna be a hard game. My hopes up
Yeah.
weren't crazy high about this game. If we would have won, I'm like, hell yeah, that's what's up. But
Dude, that was.
you know,
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this now. They have been one of the best defenses in the NFL,
they
and
are. They have a great defense.
I was really skeptical on us being able to score on them. I was already skeptical on that, and I was already skeptical knowing that we have to play mistake free football. Man, it's all this was all. It had to be a perfect game, and the unfair. I ain't really. I feel like some of the plays was there. I just don't feel like Bryce Young was placing the ball in the places where they can catch him. And I do.
And shout out to JP with the $5 super chat. He said, I got no heat for the defense. The offense had 9 scoreless drives today. I think it was 4 to 5 3 and outs on top of that. My thing with look, I don't because I feel like I have to do this shit, on this show. I'm not no Bryce fan. But outside that interception, and Nick just said it, which I was saying at the top of the show. What else did y'all expect Bryce to do based on the calls that was played if nobody's open? He checked the ball down like 8
Let me
times.
answer that question. I feel like with Bryce, right?
You don't know how to throw people
and,
open.
unless his booty hole wide open, that's the only time he really throws the ball.
That's what I said.
You're not giving. You know, we got the tallest wide receivers in the league as a group. We have the
Yeah, no, we
tallest
do. We
wide
have the tallest
receivers.
wide receiver group. Bryson Tremaine kind of helps that a little bit, but
So
it stands to show we do.
Yeah,
All
but
of them
you're
are at
not
least
supposed to
6'3", except for Jimmy Horn. All of them are 6'3" or taller.
so you could throw the jump ball. You could throw the 50-50 ball. He does not do that. He will not unless you just wide ass open. That's the only way Bryce seems to throw the ball. Sometimes he'll sling it in there, you know, if it's 3 to 5 yards out. But other than that, I don't understand why you have such big wide receivers if you don't give them a chance. Those are things that you have to critique about Bryce. Every NFL Open and college Open is two different things. Man, you got to give these guys a shot. I know you trying not to throw no pitch because you want that 25 point something $1 million. Man, throw the ball, bro. Throw it. You might get a PI. Throw the ball.
Yep.
At least he's showing them that you're not scared. You're playing. He's playing a little scared to me.
I don't think.
That's what he's playing to me.
Look, I can't prove it. I'm just coming from that other angle. I'm not really even trying to debate with y'all. I'm just saying, if I had to guess, I don't think motherfuckers was getting open. I don't. And like me and Pop just said, he can't throw people open. So we can ask him to do something in game 17 or game 16 that he ain't never been able to do.
So it's on every wide receiver to find a way to get open for him because he has no idea how to do it himself.
That's a good that's a good question. My answer
that's an awful question.
It's a good question that you asked. I mean, the other question is like, and this is not just like blaming or whatever, man. I mean, I just don't think Canales' playbook is anything special, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you ain't got no plays.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't think his playbook is anything special.
How y'all doing, 704 Podcast, man? It's good to be back in here, family. How y'all doing, family? Y'all good?
We doing straight.
It's good to hear y'all. Man, I was expecting y'all at 11:45. Then I seen there was a change at like 3 o'clock. So I can't wait to get on here, man. Woo!
For what?
What a good game today, you fellas. How y'all feeling?
I mean, well, it was gonna happen. This is a
Y'all
good team, man. I don't know. What do you?
I just
thought
thought this was a winnable game, bro. I thought it was.
Man, y'all being negative, man.
It was extremely winnable in the first half.
Y'all being negative today, man. Y'all being negative. Y'all need to tighten up.
Is that Petey?
The turnovers killed us.
Hey, Petey, is you
negative, man.
He's being sarcastic.
No, I'm not trolling. Y'all,
I can hear you smiling in your voice as you're talking. Yes, you are. You're
y'all
totally
being negative. Where the positivity at? Where the positivity?
Listen, stop this.
The only positivity
trolling.
around this whole thing is the fact that we have one more shot. That's the only positivity we have.
We losing that. You can let that go.
Before y'all do dig, I want to ask the people who are watching, those who are tuned in. Hey, why y'all being? Are y'all negative? Should we be positive or should we be negative? What we doing?
I like the positivity.
Listen. The only person being negative is Edge. We'll leave that shit with Edge.
I'm not being negative. How am I being negative? I mean, don't we have one more shot to win this thing?
Yep.
Listen,
I was the one who pounded the table saying that this team was playing like they treated it as if they have a backup shot, which they do. But here's my thing: it doesn't matter. You shouldn't have led that.
You shouldn't have gotten yourself to that point.
No, you should have just ended it right then. Win the game. Yeah. Winning is a choice. Yeah. Win the game. You win the division. It's that simple.
You know why that's a poor mentality to have, though? Like, why would that be your first option to think to do that? When you don't beat number one seeds in the NFC, so why even have like the second chance to be your first option? That's
kind of my point, Jay issue. And I'm not saying that either, but what I'm saying is how they played, they treated it like, hey, it's okay if we don't win this one because we got a second chance. That's what I'm saying. That's how
It's
I mean,
not
them
going to
off.
be
If that
confirmed
makes
because
sense.
nobody in the office has confirmed it. But when they play like that, you have to assume that.
can I give my
Right.
fair assessment?
Go
Now, my if I
ahead,
give fair
Petey.
assessment. Okay, so I mean, really and
Oh,
truly,
you
I'm
ain't
not
dude.
gonna.
JP's
Okay.
JP with the $2. Hey, appreciate you showing the love, JP. He said, "Here comes black ass Petey." He can really do black ass things too right now.
Oh,
So
now I'm black. Now I'm black. Okay, now I'm black. Let's play the black card now. No, I'm playing. Hey, no. All fairness, this was not Bryce. It wasn't his best game, but it wasn't all Bryce. Is it always? It's not always Bryce. Did he contribute? Of course he did. But I can honestly say that it really is the coaching. Because really and truly, not only was there an issue with the passing, but there's also an issue with the running game as well, too. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they keep trying to run between the fucking tackles every fucking time when you can bust outside any fucking time.
yeah, Seattle
Yeah,
is a great defense, though. We keep right on
yeah.
forgetting that.
Seattle can hold that damn defense, bro.
Absolutely, but we have a great defense as well too. Now it's not perfect, so they get the fucking job done. And the one thing I can't say during that first half, that was a defensive game. You can't tell me no different. That was a
Mhm.
No,
defensive
they
game.
no,
It was
they held their own.
3-3.
They held their own. Most definitely.
However, now mind you, they was keeping neck and neck. There's no way you can't tell me that their running game is much better. Chardonnay is cool. And Walker, he a chance that sometimes he show up, sometimes he doesn't.
Charbonnet
And
ain't all that though. He's a
he not.
yeah. He
He's
don't even
not. And
play. He don't play that good in all them games, bro. He's a backup back for a reason.
and that's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell me that. You can't tell me
uh,
that Ken Walker
I don't.
and
I
Chardonnay
would
is better
agree.
than Donald and Chuba. You can't,
I don't think they. I don't think that they're better than the combination, but I don't know if you could call them
but see the problem
not
at
good.
hand was the tempo of the running style. Like, cause when once Donald slows it down and then wait for the progressions of the formation to line up in a run, he gets the additional yards. See, like where he kept rushing it, it seemed like collapse or somebody either coming in and either stopping the play. But really and truly,
Hmm.
like I felt like they should have slowed it down a little bit, like he's known to do, being a patient runner. But
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it happened that way.
yeah, I could agree with you. I can agree with you partially.
All right, let's go to the box score, man. Sam Darnold was 18 to 27, 147 yards. So it was definitely a defensive battle, man. I agree with what PD just said. Like, it was a defensive battle in the first half. Only one team came out of that half and made adjustments, though. That was Seattle.
Absolutely.
We never made any fucking adjustments, especially on offense. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
don't.
you cannot look. If you watch that game and you couldn't see that Seattle changed what they were doing on offense, then I don't know what you was looking at, man.
Twan,
And the other thing too
when did
was,
they drive the field? When did they drive the field and score?
hey Nick, can I finish, man? Damn, and then you can
They don't
go.
make.
We gotta stop cutting motherfuckers off, bro.
God damn it, Nick.
And then the other times, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you can't put Seattle on our side of the ball. Oh, I mean, it's just like Nick said that when did they drive up the field? Sometimes they didn't have to. They were already over there. You know what I'm saying? Canales did not adjust. I agree with Pop, man, and whoever said that. Look, I thought Everett called a way better game, bro. But then at the same time, I'm telling you, that's a good defense over there with Seattle. I would love to see that all 22 and see if people were even open, man. To see if people were even open. I've never been, and when people go, oh, here we go. I've never been a fan of Canales' playbook. It's got to get better.
So
You
that means
know,
you're
but for
not a
me,
you're not a fan of Sean McVay's playbook.
so
They
before I concentrate
basically
on players or coaches or whatever, I look. I say Michael Jackson had a good game, and everybody else left me head scratching. And J.C. Horn looked unfamiliar as hell. He looked like he shouldn't even been playing selected to the toilet bowl, more or less the Pro Bowl, bro.
Let me.
And the feeling over the whole team, and before I let Pop go, for me, was y'all had a perfect opportunity, and y'all looked like y'all didn't even want it. Ain't no way in hell y'all didn't know what that damn score was over there with Miami or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's 100,000 cell phones in that damn building. Who cares if they put the score up or not? Canales knew what the hell was going on. And still no urgency. Hey guys, we could just go ahead and end this shit today, man. We don't even got to play next week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. I'm leaving it at that, man. Poor effort.
I want to give out the receiving stats.
Well, I got
look at one receiver, one reception, 3 yards. Rico Dowdle, 3 receptions, 4 yards. Mitchell Evans, 1 receiving, 5 yards. T-Mac.
No, he only had 1.
Tremaine's, it says 0-0 on my end. T-Mac, 1 reception, 5 yards. Tommy Trumbull, 1 receiving, 6 yards. Chuba, 3 receiving, 6 yards. Jimmy Horn, 2 receiving, 9 yards. Jalen Coker, 2 receiving, 16 yards. That is a glaring
for a total
problem.
of 4 yards.
Where they play Gus Unit.
That is a terrible.
Can I say something too to add to that?
Go ahead.
Man, why you just put that? I'm gonna say this, man. I can understand why they Jimmy Horn down, because Horn, with the speed that he has, I don't understand why he didn't feel earlier instead of going directly into the defender.
He didn't. Coker got beat
I
on
don't
the block.
understand that, man. Why?
He did it.
Yeah.
Coker got beat
He
at the
did
block.
get beat. He did. But
that's how he got tackled.
I do agree with you,
that Coker was getting mad.
But he could. I mean, it's Nick Imawari. That dude's a monster, dude. I told y'all that already.
I
It
mean,
was
nobody
Coker
said he
versus
wasn't.
Nick Imawari.
He said but Imawari had the season we thought he was going. And look, first of all, Nick was holding that motherfucker. You know,
He was
holding the shit out of Coker, and he was manhandling them. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he swung him. If you ain't holding somebody's jersey, there's no way you can discard of them the way he did.
Mm-hmm.
So for us to have an offensive coach and for that to be the receiving that we got, not taking anything away from Seattle, because we knew they had a good defense, a great defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible that you only have 1 wide receiver who got over double digits.
Pop, I think you're missing a bigger point.
Am I?
54 yards total.
That means somebody
and like you said,
throwing
one guy got 16
the
yards.
ball.
Nobody else got anything over 10. And look, so check this out. So when I say this, I'm just gonna ask the question. Don't jump down my throat. Y'all think that don't have nothing to do with coaching? Nothing.
It's all gonna come down to coaching.
Maybe a little bit, but
don't stay young.
But if Bryce Young,
nothing.
If Bryce Young don't throw the ball, like he said,
if he don't throw, hey, listen, we won't know if the ball never get thrown. Is what I'm saying. That's so. Yes, it can. We can narrow it down as far as like the big picture is coaching, right? But if nobody is getting opportunities to get the ball thrown, what are we doing? Nobody.
There were 21 opportunities.
Time?
You mean to tell me that we couldn't make more of 21 opportunities?
Exactly.
Than 54 yards.
That's what I'm saying, Claire.
Well, to me, that's as much as to me, that is as much as a quarterback thing, and I think you could even argue a receiver thing. It also depends on where these balls are being thrown. Because I saw a shit ton of things being thrown behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of the screens or a check down because he acted like He acted like he had no options down the field. Now, because we couldn't see, all 22 will be the most telling thing to all this.
What
I
said.
find it extremely hard of 21 passing opportunities because we've seen people do 21 of 29 or whatever, and they can actually make something of it. 54 yards is abysmal.
Yeah.
3.9 yards average per catch is abysmal.
So do you know how many times we watched all 22 and different podcasts have picked this up? I know Prime talked about it one time before. I know that CJ talked about it one time before. When looking at OT22 film, and when I look, man, Canales has a problem with receivers cutting at the same time. Oh, I mean, around the same area. It's not one guy going 7 yards, another guy 12, and another guy going 20 yards up the field or whatever. He got them all cutting at the same time in the same proximity. That don't work. That does not work.
I don't know where y'all saw that at. I see him layered the offense all the time.
It's layered throws, but there might be timing like that because
you're trying
to get Bryce on a timing route or the timing thing. Like
times throughout the year, you don't see him do it all the time.
No, I see him do it all the time.
Because his main target all year has been Ted. His main. How many times has Bryce thrown to the rest of the receivers all year?
That is a Bryce Young thing, not a coaching thing.
I'm with Claire. It could be both.
The dig and dunking shit don't work but so much. And on top of that, when he's going through his progressions, he's also like not giving the receivers any time to react to try to get some type of separation either. Have you seen the check downs when it comes to the running backs when they're all progressions are right? Everything is pretty much either locked up and he's trying to check it down to the running back. Yep. He don't give him time to react. By the time you throw it to him, the defender already in his face.
Well, I mean, I did say I thought that the offensive line played decent, but they were getting pushed into that backfield a whole lot this game, bro.
Dude, this is one of the best defensive lines in the NFL.
And then at the end of the game, they just fucking gave up. Let's just call it what it is. They stopped blocking altogether.
Did Robert Hunt come back?
Y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all got to stop this. Man. This is probably the best defensive line other than Houston.
No, that's it.
Like that defensive line can't get tired sometimes, bro. They was on the field a lot.
I'm here to tell you right now that defensive line needs help. I'm sorry. I've got plenty of stats that prove that they still need some help. We do not get pressure. We do not get pressure. We do not get QB hits. We do not get a lot of hurries. We do not get a lot of sacks. Those are all part of that defensive line front. They need help still.
No. I wouldn't talk about ours. I wouldn't talk about ours. I
thought you were talking about ours. My bad. I misheard. I was about to say, it's definitely not ours. We're not the second best.
Those are still facts, Claire.
So if I may say, and that's the reason why, and when everybody say that, my people like myself with like-minded individuals are being negative, we're not being negative because we're seeing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing that we're not that particular team sometimes. They pick and choose when they want to play. And that's what we're trying to tell y'all. But see, the thing is, y'all be so quick to attack without seeing the bigger pictures. And this is where we at right now. Y'all see how y'all get it now. It's like we have to lose for y'all to see with the bigger fucking picture. Yeah, but we're so focused on being negative and positive. You as fans, you as the ones that's also on the podcast, got to understand. Sometimes just because the person's critique doesn't mean they don't dislike the team. They hoping that therefore their team can improve on those descriptions, whether we win or whether we fucking lose. Thank you guys for your time. Motherfuckers.
Still won't nobody being negative though. That's just edge. That's just edge.
I'm not being negative when I point out the facts. I can't be negative about the facts though.
You didn't point out a fact. You
Man, you in the matrix.
Apparently, Nick Gaskins is on Pluto right now. Y'all give him a second.
Breakdancing on the scoreboard box.
Yeah, so apparently I'm negative and everything, but Nick,
Man,
I
don't
guess
listen to
you
that.
might be
Don't listen
negative
to
too.
Nick.
Don't fall into that. Don't fall into that. See, and the thing about it, to your defense, Edge, you are a realist, bro. You're out of the fandom, not fandom. You're out of the whole falling for the antics of this team. You know what I'm saying? You fall in the belief system thinking that they can get it done when you fail to realize we're still an incomplete team because we have some discrepancies on our squad. Whether we win or lose, probably win, and it's still okay to be a realist. I get it. You guys want to enjoy the win, cool. You know, we haven't been here in a while. Yeah, cool. Oh, okay. But you can't tell anybody how they can't not be excited or not even not be excited, but pretty much to keep their team like say, hey, we're not there yet. Especially at
Pretty
points like
quick.
this.
Pretty quick.
You
That
can't
go
critique.
both ways though,
Hold on,
bro.
You can't.
Petey,
You can't critique a
Petey.
team against trash.
Uh-huh.
It's a football team, not a conspiracy theory, bro.
The thing is that
Who's
thought
saying anything
process
about
has
being
to go both
conspiracy?
ways.
No, I'm telling Petey Quick
Conspiracy,
that
bro.
this is a
I,
football
I don't
team,
follow.
not he treat the team like it's a conspiracy theory or some shit.
Well, damn.
Who said
Because
that?
because this is one thing I know about you and Nick. When we win, y'all always you in here on the motherfucker I told you so shit. When we lose, y'all always in here with the I told you so shit.
So
But
it's
guess
about me
when,
being right.
but guess when
About
y'all
me
do
being
that?
right.
Well,
Oh,
guess
okay.
when y'all do that though? After the
What's that?
results of the game. After the results of the game.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let you finish. You done?
You didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen today.
Let me know when you're done because I don't want to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
Okay, cool. So mind you, now if you remember 704, and I mean by 704, I mean Swan, one of the main ones, right? He said he has all this particular faith in this negative, positive bullshit, right? Now, mind you, what time was you supposed to start the show, Twan?
The game wasn't over yet.
What time was you supposed to start the show early this morning?
At 11 something.
Right. And why didn't y'all start the show at 11 o'clock, Swan?
I was on a plane.
You was a plane? Oh, okay. So y'all didn't nobody else can fulfill those that role and start the show, you know, and then do a second little run. But my point is this right here.
Well, we
My
all have to have the login, PD, but yeah, continue with whatever point you're trying to make, I guess.
my point is I would have said what I said earlier before the game started. The thing is, y'all didn't start the show. Now I'm thinking, me personally, before I knew you was started, I kind of felt like y'all was scared to even say anything because y'all didn't know how this game was gonna turn out for y'all.
That
Y'all
was
might be scared to say the wrong thing or buy into it because that's what I thought of. Because really and truly, I've been saying this shit. Now, mind you, since the Panthers system, when we played the Buccaneers, I called that game, and you remember me calling, saying we was gonna win that game, did we not? And I told you we was gonna lose. Now, sometimes I was wrong. Especially the Atlanta Falcons game, I was definitely wrong. They got swept. But anytime, I've been spot on. I could say that 85% of the time, to be exact.
What was your purpose today?
The purpose is, if you would have went alive, I would have called this game and told you who wasn't gonna win this game. Like you said, we didn't say
Dang.
nothing before the game started. But if you started live and open what's name, I would have said the same thing.
Well,
You know what I'm saying right now.
but I'm
But you
saying,
didn't.
but so would MDJ. MDJ would have said we weren't gonna win this game. I said last week that we wasn't gonna win this game. It'd have been some other people that would have said we wouldn't have won this game today. It wasn't gonna be just you.
Oh, the majority would have said it.
I told you so. So why are
So
me and myself and Nick singled out saying here we come saying we told you
I'm
so.
just trying to win this game early in the week.
I just want to know what was your purpose of saying what you said? What was your purpose?
What was my purpose of saying? Well,
you took a direct shot at
I said
me
you and
and
Petey.
Petey. But did I not just say that?
Both of y'all wait until y'all see the results to decide how y'all gonna want to talk.
That's actually not what I do. I've been talking about the same thing about Bryce Young for the last few months. So I don't understand.
My thing is this: what is it that y'all think that we do a podcast for? You think we do a podcast just to follow one thing? You think some people ain't gonna think one way and some people gonna think another way? Huh? Are we doing a podcast where people gonna point fingers at each other each week and go, "Oh, you was wrong about that," or whatever? If you don't feel great about the team, fine. If you feel like the team gonna win the Super Bowl, fine. But everybody don't think alike, and then that's when you come to a show to discuss it, not to be like I was right, you was wrong, because we all cheering for the same team.
I wasn't saying I was right and I was wrong, so I don't understand what your
Nigga,
point
you
is.
do that shit more than anybody I know.
I speak for myself. I struggle with that.
When did I say that I was right, that I was wrong?
The only person that even comes to this show that's always consistent across the board is D Money.
I just want to know something. When did I say I'm right and you wrong?
Nick, do you want me to take a poll
Please
of how many
explain.
times people hear you say you're right about something? Or y'all got to stop this. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all got to leave this alone. Like I told y'all this. Y'all got to stop this. How many times do you say
something?
Right. But see, the thing is, I'm a prophet. When I speak it to when I bring it to
ain't none of y'all know damn prophets.
I'm a prophet. So I bring this to fruition. Until you see yourself. I warned you about the Bryce thing, and I was excused for that. Nobody wanted to hear about that shit with the Bryce shit. Nobody wanted to hear about the team shit.
You didn't already know. What did you tell us about Bryce?
None of we talking about as a whole, the whole fan. We ain't talking about the 704. But if we're gonna talk about 704, 704 is gonna target towards what the fans want. They're not gonna go off their own opinion of this team. They're gonna go off what the fans want. You really want to talk about it?
Let's stop right there. I'm not gonna get into this.
I gotta disagree, bro, because I can't.
Who goes with the fans want? Who is that?
We got do that.
No. We got Claire, who thinks for herself. I damn sure think for myself. Get me in trouble sometimes. Pop thinks for himself. Ez thinks for himself. You know damn well Nick thinks for himself.
You see how you're right.
Y'all scared to kick your own team when it comes, even if you feel like they're the best.
You made a statement. You made a statement. Who's catering the fans? That's what I want to know.
You. Twan. You was, I put a name to it. Twan.
Because I don't choose to be negative, even when it doesn't require it.
The thing is not being negative. It's called critiquing your team.
Like, get the fuck out. When we won last week, it was happy ass Petey Quick up in here.
And it also was being a real. You, what y'all say? Don't be negative. Don't be negative. Enjoy the win, fellas. Enjoy the win. We ain't never been here. And now,
because who wants to talk dumb shit after a win?
It's not dumb shit. It's critiquing your team, knowing what your failures are and where you need to improve in. Y'all focus on somebody so much so being right the whole entire time. Y'all afraid to say what y'all afraid to say what the big deal, the big issue here. And that's what I don't like about some podcasts like that. When you feel like you can't speak your mind because you're afraid of how somebody or your views may do. I don't respect that.
I don't get what you're talking about, Peter. I really don't.
So Bryce Young's passer rating, that is some dog shit numbers. My God. God, 45.8. Lord almighty.
If you think we're going to do a show where we just sit here and just talk about one particular person the whole time, 5 times a week, over and over again, this ain't that.
That's exhausting.
Yeah.
I can do that in my own time.
Hold on, Peter. I didn't interrupt you that one time. I listened to you. I was quiet. We're not that horny for any person that plays on this team to talk about them every single show. What we do here is we critique the team, we critique the players, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have it set in your mind what you think you hear or what you think we're trying to do over here. We're trying to have a balanced show where we talk about everything. We're just not trying to be the negative Nancy podcast, and we're not trying to be the positive Patty podcast either. We're trying to be straight down the middle of what it is and what it ain't. So, I mean, I can't say it any clearer than that for you to understand it. But that's just what it is. And I don't think there's nobody in the chat that's going to sit here and agree with you saying how we don't keep it real. We do. Or we don't speak our mind. We do. And the platform has drops a link for anybody who wants to come up and debate anything that we say. But we're never going to be just Negative. There's plenty of podcasts for that.
So
I
I
that
don't
said,
means
want. I just don't. I don't. I
y'all
just don't
take
want.
critiques as being negative. That's what I don't understand. Y'all take
Hold
any
on. Hold on.
critique
Hold
as being negative.
on.
Constructive criticism is
No.
what it's called.
I never said when you're critiquing the team.
That's what you
Oh, I
said.
don't.
When
I
you
don't
said
think.
any,
I
that's
don't
what you
think.
said, Papa.
No, that's not what I said. I don't think. I think you're once again you're mishearing. Stand
No, I'm
on
not.
a
You clearly
person.
said you're saying verbatim. Anything that we say is negative versus critique.
No, I didn't say that. What we say something when we're critiquing the team, everything that we say is negative. I said we're not going to be that type of podcast. That's all we do.
Somebody got echo. Somebody got heavy echo.
May I interject for a second? Like,
Good.
I don't think in any form or fashion that a critique is ever a bad thing or it can just be listed as negative. I think in some aspects, the amount of critique without any bright spots within it then seems to be negative. Like
There you
two
go.
can be true. Like for one, there could be guys that's not playing up to their potential, but there could be a whole nother side that is. It's depending on where your perspective is of what you want to highlight. And I think at times, if it's just a critique, and don't get me wrong, I understand when you're very passionate, your passion's gonna come through critique. But if every time somebody's viewing, all they hear is a critique, they can assume that you're coming only from a negative space. Just like it goes the other way around for me. I tend to highlight what's working, what's glances, what possibly we've improved in, and so forth, because that's who I am. Yes, there's going to be cats that say that I'm just over positive, and that's not the case. I see it from both sides of the spectrum. It's just for me, with my personality and how I live my everyday life, I lead with like positivity and things of that nature. But if something needs to be addressed, I don't think nobody really knocks it. I just think like you take a casual who might pop in like once a week. So in a month, they hear critique from this individual, critique from this individual. So in their eyes, they have 4 straight times. In the military, first time, okay. Second time, coincidence. The third time is a trend. And a lot of people's minds set like that. So a lot of times when it comes to a critique, if there's just a critique and there's nothing like, well, at least the offensive line held their own or an occasional jump, people kind of look at it as haterism, I guess. That's just all I had, though.
I agree. There's places where they don't find any good on a team when they talk about them, and I don't think that's what we do over here on 704 Charlotte Bound. I'm just not going to stay in that dead space where I have nothing good to say about the team at all. Period. Because there is some good things happening, and we call it out.
Well, if you land on one side, it becomes boring because now you're just stuck in one
Absolutely,
lane. Yeah.
absolutely. Or if it's not toxic enough for you, then hey, it becomes boring to some people too. You ain't toxic enough. So if it ain't toxic for you, then I'm sorry. That's just it may just not be your flavor. I ain't got time to be talking about people, daddy and mamas and this, that, and other. I ain't got time for all that, man.
shit that ain't got nothing to do with football.
Exactly.
Shout out to JP with the $5 super chat. He said if we win on Sun, we will be the first team ever in NFL history to have an alternating win-loss streak of 10 consecutive games and make the playoffs.
Which is crazy.
So I guess we're gonna win the next game based on that.
It gives me hope.
Nah, there's only hope. There's only hope for that right now.
The main thing I felt like we try to talk about today, in case they got lost in this conversation today, is we open the show talking about missed opportunities.
We definitely had some missed opportunities.
And like when you in a game like this, you cannot afford to come out flat. You cannot afford to come out not calling your best game. You cannot afford to come out face masking people, dropping interceptions. We already beat up at the linebacker spot. You can't afford to be playing 12, 13 yards back off of wide receivers. And then from the guy who made the Pro Bowl on our team, like the guy who's supposed to be setting the example on the field, We do not need that. It is something called healthy criticism. I mean, that's what we all are on the show to do, right? Praise what we want to praise and criticize what we want to criticize. Everybody's a critic.
I'm taking the negative.
When you fall into a problem is when you can never see anything wrong, and therefore you're overstimulated with the happiness, or where you can't see that the team can do anything right, and therefore you just want to shit on everybody on the team and talk about how we ain't never gonna beat shit. There's got to be some type of median or where that shit clashes.
Yeah, that was perfectly how you placed that, Twan. Congratulations to you, man. You deserve a round of applause. That was eloquently put. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's just like, and then where the arguments come in is when the people that are on a rise on the left on the negativity and the people that rise on the right with the positivity, instead of them just pointing out what they both like and what they both don't like and just trying to find a healthy median, that's when you turn into a show that just argues. Because people are only interested in being right. And it shows like that. PD, man, you my homeboy for life, man. But you just put our show in a box. And that wasn't fair, bro.
No, 704 put itself in a box by trying to critique or lean towards what the actual crowd wants. Y'all did that. If you want to be totally, if you
Where did you
really
get?
want
Where
to go
did you
there, we
get?
can.
Where did you get that
When
information from?
y'all go to that crowd,
According to
the last show before the last one y'all just had, what we talking about? That's what we're talking about.
video, according to who?
Don't be negative. To what y'all said? What you mean? You said you and Papa both said it was y'all crowd.
because you just wanted the we had
Y'all
just
said it was your own mouth, and this is my thing. Old dude said I don't know who was speaking prior to before Papa before Papa started speaking, but you said it. The one would assume that it would be taken as negativity versus actually being constructive criticism.
No,
not.
Pete, you
So what I said, yeah. And what we trying to myself, I can't speak for nobody else. What I was trying to warn you guys about is issues right now. What we having right now, the same issues that we having right now. I've been seeing.
Okay, so guess what though? Let me point out, and you already know this. We got mad. I got extremely upset. I don't want to get into that because I don't want people being in our business or whatever in terms of that shit. But when a team and me, this is why sometimes in the past, me and Clay used to just be like, man, fuck it, we're just gonna be. When a team just won a game, right? Nobody wants to hear motherfuckers talk about what we didn't do right or whatever. After a win, right? Like Victory Sunday or Victory Monday, right? But then when we do a show on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday or whatever, and then you want to bring up what we didn't do right and you want to dwell on the negative, then fine. What me and Pop were pushing that day was, why we got to be like this after a win? And you just wanted to be in, like, I want to talk about all this bad shit today. We don't got to do that today. Let's do it in a week.
Actually, what started the whole situation is y'all out there jumped on edge about him being honest. Just like y'all did today. Oh, he's the negative man. Come on, man. Y'all got to cut that out. It's for shit show.
Hold on. What? That's not being honest. It's being disingenuous when you're pointing out pride in a sucky team beating another sucky team.
Edge wasn't even talking about the fucking Panthers. How are we
Yeah, he
Yes,
talked about.
It's a word that we've all heard. It's a title that we've all heard before, and it becomes a pattern. And I've always said you have to celebrate your wins and learn from your losses.
Learn from them, not tear each other down from them.
Exactly. I promise you, if I'm celebrating your wedding, the last thing you want to bring up in front of everybody is that one time you cheated. That's a Debbie Downer.
Yes, thank you. Nobody want to hear that.
Hold on. Do you get that? Do y'all get that? It's supposed to be a prideful, happy, joyous moment. I want to sit here and talk about that one time you fucked up when we supposed to be celebrating. Come on now, let's keep it real. Is that would
Yeah.
you really be in the stadium celebrating with the Panther fans and still telling them, yeah, but did that another after win? Hell no, you would be having that same type of vibe. You would be celebrating too, taking shots and enjoying your brother and sister because of the win. But everybody would
Right.
leave you on that one side of the bar and go to the other side and leave you by yourself to cope with your own damn self.
Man,
So let's stop that.
that's like
So
been at
my
a baby. That's like been at a baby shower, and some girl yells out, she cheated on her last boyfriend, right? We are not here for that.
when was the last time the Panthers was consistent on back-to-back win streak?
Earlier this
No,
season, week 6 and 7.
Earlier this
week 6 exactly. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate you for answering that question. And that's
but
the same thing we've been battling with consistency. So when we win these games and we talk about the next game, who we got, we get all hopeful and shit. And when we say we got problem with consistency, we're being negative. Enjoy the win. That's what I'm talking.
nobody said you're being negative because you're saying that you don't think that they're gonna win. That's not what you're getting at. What
Hey,
he's trying to tell you is that you point, and this is what D Money was saying to y'all. When you consistently point only to the negative, that is not a critique. That's
hey
not a
Nick,
critique.
you
What
weren't
you
here last week. The week before that, you was out of town.
that's
Let me read some of
but
let me read,
That's
that's
what we
not.
talking about.
let me read some of
But
this.
You was out
that's
of town.
what I'm getting at. What I'm
Gentlemen,
getting
hey,
at.
hey. Twan is trying to read some stuff. Relax for a second. Take a
I'm gonna
breather.
tell you that, man. I promise we'll continue. Look, shout out to Eternal 252. He said we lost to the number one team in the NFC South. We didn't lose to no scrubs. Now I will say our defense played this playoff. Our defense played like playoff defense, but we need a quarterback competition and more O-line depth. They got tossed today. I said it, I saw it too. Eternal 252. And he said we definitely need some help. We're far from a complete team, but we're moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There it is in a statement right there of what I think the 704 Charlotte Bound show is. He said we definitely need some help. Now some people will be like, "Oh, that's leaning towards the negative side," but then he says, "But we're far from a complete team, but we're moving
But
in the right direction." You can do two things at once, man. My man, M.A.
that's what I.
I think the defense got tired out. I thought it did too. I don't think I've seen Evero blitz that much all season.
No, he didn't blitz that much this game. But
Hey, I was happy with 3 sacks though. Like a lot of people talk about, we don't get pressure. 3 sacks is a good game.
mm-hmm.
But I'm just trying to figure out what game Edge watched. As he sent about 2 or 3 linebacker blitzes with Roseboom, he sent at least 3 corner blitzes.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Well, hold on, Twan. It's not a blitz if he has other people fall out, because that's what he was doing. You forgot he was just sending the pressure from other places.
No, I'm talking about when they all went, and sometimes to a loss. But look, I saw Horn take off from his position on a blitz.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he missed the tackle. But
I saw a safety blitz once when Morig took off.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, why y'all
want to debate every single thing that comes out of somebody's? All I say is I've seen Evero blitz more than I've ever seen him blitz before.
But all I was saying is that it's not necessarily always a blitz. It's sitting in the pressure from other places instead of the standard. Because if you actually look, there was a bunch of times that there was other guys falling into coverage instead of rushing the passer, and the pressure was coming. Sending more than 4 is what you're saying. He did send that. He did do that more today than he has done the entire season. So I would agree with you.
Shout out to Super Cam. He said, I went to the game. Seahawks basically played cover 2 man the whole game until the third quarter, where they tricked Bryce into throwing that interception. Who was here when I just moments ago said, Who came out of that half and made adjustments?
Yeah, Seattle. Yes, Seattle made adjustments. They knew what they had
They
to do.
did. They did.
But listen, Twan.
More said, Petey, to be fair, you can't be negative all the time. And we already know Bryce is trash. So why talk about him every day?
That's what I be trying to say. That's what I be asking. I'm not gonna sit here and just talk about another
You
man
got to
that
point out the
much that
obvious. You point
often.
out the obvious for no reason.
There's plenty of places that do that enough, and I mean, I ain't about to sit here and talk about Bryce. Nah, I'm just not doing that, man.
Well,
Man,
if,
so
if y'all if y'all
It
if
ain't
y'all go,
worth it.
hold on, if y'all go back and watch the content, because now y'all just speaking who's doing, since y'all just learned this new word, disingenuous. Go back and read it. Go back and look at the other past lives that they've been on. It wasn't solely on Bryce. We talking about the team collectively, but I'll take that though. That's cool. I don't always talk about just Bryce. If anything, I was just bigging him up if I'm not mistaken. But continue.
Hey,
oh
that's just
man.
what the, hey, that's what the, that's hey,
Continue.
that's what the chat said. We didn't say that. That's what the
Of
chat
course, the
saying.
chat also the chat. That's exactly who y'all this podcast is for. The chat, not for your own what's name. Y'all gonna jump on whatever the chat says, and that's cool.
Oh,
That's
hold
where your
on.
views come from.
Petey,
How
if we
we
That's
don't
where
jumping
have
on
a
what
your
the
views
chat,
chat?
come
if
from.
we don't have an
That's
Because
what
audience,
we're
if we don't
talking
have a
about.
chat, then we don't have
Hold
a
on.
That's
podcast.
exactly
listen,
why the
to
show.
from what the chat says.
Hold
We're
on.
talking
Yeah, if
about
you don't, hold on. If you don't have a, you right. In clear
we're
example,
talking
if
about
you don't have a
the
chat, hold
15
on,
people
hold
that's in
on.
here.
If you don't have,
Petey,
You
if
should
you
start
don't
your own
have,
show. See how that shit works.
if you
go
don't have a
ahead,
chat, you
Poppin.
don't have a show, bro. And that's just a fact. When you have a store, when you're selling something or getting product, and the people ask for certain things, you're supposed to provide that, right? Or you just want to just do how you want to do and don't make no sales.
Petey Quick got a store with nothing but blue shirts. People are like, can we get some white shirts in here? No. All I
No,
see is blue
no.
shirts.
What I want to sell. I mean, come on, bro. You gotta,
You're gonna
you
buy
And as
got.
what the
far as
fuck I'm
and as
giving
far
you.
as anything, we don't ever placate to the chat or cater to it. Whatever word you want to use, we engage the chat, which is what we should do. So I'm
I don't get it, man.
confused. I'm hella confused. I don't
Chat
know.
Me
said,
Yeah,
too.
because I don't. Because I don't. I have one thing that Twan would say about me is I don't conform to nobody. So I don't know who you talking about conforming to the chat.
you don't.
Yeah,
Like I
blue
said,
shirt.
Nick, you
We
wasn't here. Nick, you wasn't here. Was you not? Was you out of country? Was you not? Yes or
Yes,
no?
I was out of the
All
So
right.
country,
are
but
we?
This
but Petey,
So
doesn't
let me
pertain
but
to
understand
Petey,
this.
you. This
But
doesn't
are we
pertain to
basing
you.
this off of one show? Is this literally what this is about to be based on? Is just one
We
show,
blaming it
one
off the
episode?
shift. We blamed it on the shift. And I'm not mistaken. I don't even think you were there too clear. I think you was tuned in, but you weren't on the show at this time.
Well, then
But
something must have
like I
happened
was
that I'm
saying,
just not aware of. But okay.
like I said, people want to confine to what the actual
All
the
right, now.
people, the 15 people that's in here.
New
You
question.
confine to that.
New question. Does anybody seriously after this year do we continue XL or do we look to move them, bro?
Well, with
they didn't throw
that
the
being,
ball to him. So what are you? So what are you
yeah,
doing? What are
I
you
The
talking
mean,
question
about?
the
We just
question
looking at we just looked at receiving.
yeah, the
He
question
only
is
got
not
one
You
catch.
keep him.
yeah, the
You keep
question
Yeah,
him.
is yeah,
keep him.
the question is not about what he did in this past game. It's been about what's happened the whole season. And I
You
didn't
keep
pick
him.
either way. All I did was ask a question.
Keep him.
I'm gonna keep mine simple, and I'm not gonna argue because there's people who are gonna want to bring up stupid, dumb shit that has nothing to do with football when it comes to XL. I'm gonna leave it as simple as keep him. You keep him.
I,
That's what you do.
I agree
All
with
right, why
Claire.
do you want to keep him, Claire?
Because for
He hasn't reached
one,
his potential.
what, Petey?
He hasn't
Just
reached his potential.
Either way, I'm not going to fault any receiver, and it's not even just XL. You could call it Jalen Coker, T-Mac, which T-Mac has done splendidly well this season. I'm not going to even harp on today because I don't know what the hell was going on in the
we're
past game.
talking
That was
about
ridiculous.
XL right now.
Okay, well, then he's going to fall into the same category that I would any other receiver right now because all of them are pretty much young guys who are on rookie contracts. They are all in their own right still developing. You do not get rid of XL. To me, what you do is you go get a quarterback who can actually help make plays to get things open at guys at different levels. That's what you do. Or you go get a coach or an OC who can actually scheme guys open better. But I don't think you've got too many guys who have different attributes and different intangibles, and they're all tall. You have weapons. If you don't know how to tap into them, that's your fault.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate right here and ask you this, Claire. What do you say to people that says, we hear people constantly making up excuse after excuse for Excel, but blaming everybody else. And they go, this sounds like we're going down that Bryce train where everybody blamed everybody else and never gave Bryce a certain amount of credit. Bryce has been here for 3 years.
Here's my argument.
I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to let you go. And I'm just throwing this out there as devil's advocate. And they're going to go, Bryce is fucked up a lot. Excel is fucked up a lot. The ball has hit his hand. They're gonna talk about pre-snaps, the penalties that he gets, being out of bounds. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So why would we continue with him? You know what I'm saying? And not look elsewhere when people are saying want to look elsewhere with Bryce. Or are you saying?
Can I take this, Claire?
No, let's go on Claire first. Or are you saying gave Bryce all this time, then you need to give XL all this time?
It's that second part, number one. I think the other part to it is when we are seeing that there could also be better opportunities if there was better QB play and not just staring down my favorite target constantly. And when there are statistics in the quarterback category that deal with him not being very good at passing the ball, having a very shitty on target percentage, I have an entire thing that shows where we are at the back half of that. And a lot of them deal with quarterback play. So tell you what, until we see quarterback play that is a little bit more at least mid or conducive to what we're trying to do, I'm not getting rid of any receivers. None of them.
Yep. I want to add to that. Can I add to it?
Sure.
Let me ask you this. Why do you get rid of somebody you got to pay anyways? And then you got to go find somebody else that you also have to pay.
Sometimes you just got to eat that money.
Which is gonna hold on. Which is gonna be a more expensive option than just keeping the guy that you already have.
Well, I'm just answering your question. I want you to continue to go. Okay.
And I'm saying this, and then two, I can show you that this year, I can show you this year, more of the passes that he has been thrown from Bryce have been thrown behind him or over his head than the ones he's made mistakes with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to tell you right now, until you have an absolute dime at a quarterback, you can't judge no wide receiver from this quarterback. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if we had a monster quarterback right now, I tell you that Ted McMillan would probably have like 1,500 yards.
What's a monster quarterback, and why do we need a monster quarterback?
Because I'm just telling you, you can't judge What I'm saying is, if you have a Matt Stafford, and then you can judge what you got. You can't judge somebody. You can't judge somebody off of somebody who is less than mediocre.
So when he's less than So what I would ask you is this: when do you think a Matt Stafford type is walking through that building?
He's not. I'm not saying that there's going to, but I'm just saying you can't judge. What do you need? So basically, what you're telling me right now, but what you're telling me, you need a Jamar Chase type wide receiver at every spot.
I'm drawing dialogue based on what you said. I'm not making anything up. You said, and I quote, "You need a monster quarterback so that these other wide receivers will show up and you can see what they have." I asked you, "What is your definition of monster quarterback?" Then you said, "Ooh." You gave me the quarterback, Matt Stafford. I said, when do you see another Matt Stafford walking into our building? Because if you're saying only a Matt Stafford type,
ain't never one.
Why bring in any other quarterbacks? Because they probably not going to be him.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying. That's not all what I'm saying. What I'm saying, you got to have somebody who plays consistently at the quarterback position before you can judge a wide receiver and say that he's trash.
Can I chime in for a second?
You don't have any consistency with Bryce Young. That shows you to say that you can judge a wide receiver saying that, oh, he's trash. But let's be 100% honest.
I'm gonna let D
Bryce is
Money
not throwing the
go.
ball.
No. I'm gonna let D Money
Go ahead.
go, but like before we get to him, Supernova more on the, and I'm reading the pieces on this topic before, you know what I'm saying. So Shaky A said XL can block and he can run off coverage. His drop last week was what we should be scheming him for him. That slant, keep him. Supernova Moore said you can't fairly evaluate XL with Bryce Young throwing him the ball. Shaky 8 said we knew XL was a project when we drafted him. That's the only reason we moved to the first round. We wanted an extra year of control, knowing he would take longer to develop. D Money, go ahead, bro.
Well, with that just that last statement, that was one of my things when we traded up for him. Yes, we wanted to get impact from him, but it was also staged as a project. We wanted that additional year from him. Me, not to be too positive or anything of that nature, I can say that there have been slight glimpses at different point of the seasons that showed that he can be productive for this team, and so forth. But it's in the same breath of like a lot of people argued that you don't get rid of Bryce Young because you traded up and all these things of the nature. Now I understand Excel didn't go for even a quarter of the trade value to acquire him or whatever. But he's a big physical, just like they said, run blocking and so forth. I think he I think some of it is scheme with him. I'm not going to make excuses for him. But when you have a young, raw talent, and let's be quite honest, this dude is a physical specimen. The hands could be better. That can be worked on. Um, we're not gonna go there about the focus issues people complained about in the off season and so forth. We're not even gonna go there. When you look at him, big receiver, excellent speed, just really needs to get the concentration under control. I don't see how you let that man go out the building unless he just continues to digress. That's just pretty much where I'm at. Well, I mean regress.
Where's Popping at, man? I need Pop for this one.
Yeah, I'm here.
So Pop, you remember when Bryce Young and I don't know if it was Bryce Young or if the assistant OC or whoever told first. Remember when they was like Bryce Young brings uh, a book of plays or a page of plays to Canales that he wants to run on Sundays? And Canales is the head coach, right? So I wonder if that's something that they're still doing. I would have to only assume yes. And are there plays on there for that Bryce is right now that go to Excel? And is Canales enforcing that, telling Bryce, I need you to look for Excel on this play? You know what I'm saying? Last question. Is Canales calling specific plays for Excel? Because we already know, I mean, he watches more film than we do. We know Bryce don't do the progression things. You know, he's not great at that. He done it? Yeah, he can do it. He's just not great at it. So when you're not great at progressions, then you have to call plays specifically for a wide receiver or on a play or a running back running out of the backfield. And then if that's not open, then look to something else or whatever. So are those things going on? And I guess the overall question is, do you think Excel has been included every Sunday on these play calls, man? Or it's like I gotta see him catch a ball first before I throw another pass. So
Uh, yeah, that's a compact question. I believe that no,
well, first
no to a
question
lot
is
of that.
the
No, I
design of
don't.
the
I
play for
don't
him.
believe that XL is getting called plays specifically for him. Um, that tells me because he only getting one reception a game.
Mhm.
Um, because if we're asking questions why Jimmy Horn's not being used and all he can draw up is a slant, I mean a wide receiver screen. I mean, how thoughtful is he of anybody else? Seems like he can only think of two people, T Mac and Coker.
You said it, I
So
bet.
no, I don't think that they're drawing up anything to start off with Excel early, and I think you had to get him started early first to get him going.
Yep.
But I don't think that runs across the mind. I don't think he's even on the radar for Bryce when they're scheming and talking about plays they want to run. I think he's an afterthought.
I,
I've seen Excel been wide open plenty of times.
I think
I've
that
even seen when T Mac was covered and he was still getting the ball thrown to him, but Tommy Tremble was wide open on the seam. So this is a coach and quarterback issue.
And one thing that we know,
Like you said, they don't mix.
one thing that we know,
So no.
like, and you could go to what Nick said earlier with the greats, with the great quarterbacks, is that I'm willing to even say just good quarterbacks. When they don't
Hello?
trust you, they ain't gonna throw you the ball. I'm not saying Bryce should be trusted either, but quarterbacks do not throw balls to wide receivers that they do not trust.
Well, that's what I thought the problem was, Twan. I thought after there was some drops last year and then some of the plays early in the year, Bryce really doesn't look for the guy, in my opinion.
I don't think he does. That's why I was presenting that question, D Money. Do we have a problem where Bryce is simply not even looking his way?
I don't feel so.
There was
because
proof of it on the all 22 where he had there was a game where XL was wide open 3 times in one game and didn't even throw it to him. And he had time to throw it. He just threw it into double coverage to T-Mac because that's the only person he cares about.
And Claire, that's actually multiple games, to be quite honest with you. It wasn't just like one. It's been about 2 or 3 games where I've been looking, and when the ball has been thrown, XL hardly have anybody on them, and the ball's getting forced into coverage. That's why I've always felt like it was a trust issue between the two, to be quite honest with you.
Which is why I brought Canales up, because he's the head coach. And when you notice that, it's just that we're going to imagine Claire's the head coach. I'm imagining that Claire is going to go, when you look at the tape, like, look, XL is wide open on this play. You know, I'm going to show you another play where he's wide open. I'm going to show you another play where he broke open and you delayed too quickly. I'm going to show you this play. Because, you know, I mean, that's what they're looking at on the side. That's what they're supposed to be looking at on that blue, that Windows machine over there on the side, right? I'm pretty sure you're seeing they probably got the all 22 shit right there in front of them, like, so you can see who's open on what plays. It's no way Bryce is not seeing this guy open on these paybacks. Like when we see these paybacks are all 22, man. So what is he looking at? I'm starting to think it's a trust issue, bro, that he just does not want to throw the ball that guy's way, bro.
Man, fuck the goddamn trust issue. Fuck that shit. Juan, let's put it like this. Let's honestly put it like this. If they're having this thing on Monday where it's Tell the Truth Monday and they being critically honest about every goddamn thing, then how come the next goddamn week it's still the same goddamn issue that he don't throw the ball to XL and XL is wide open in front of his goddamn face?
Not to cut you off, but I hope for that. No way they doing the Tell the Truth Mondays.
But yet he could throw the fucking ball to fucking Ted 4 times. Ted can drop the ball 3 times, but he catches one pass. Oh, I'm gonna still go back to Ted. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Look, Bryce, it's not that part is not a coaching thing. That is a Bryce Young thing. That is a Bryce Young thing. Fuck that trust shit. That's a Bryce Young thing.
I can tell you what is a coaching thing though. If Tedderroy was supposed to be so sick for this game, and I think he was, because he played like he was sick, right? Why even let him play? Why we got a lot of why even let him play? If he gonna go out there and cause more harm than good, why do you even have him on the field?
Okay, so
people gonna say because you paid him, but if he's not gonna help the team, then why? Then look, they call more plays to Jimmy, or call more plays for Excel, call more plays for Coker. Pretend Ted ain't even out here, because Ted wasn't getting open all day.
He thought it was the Bulls and the Jazz. He thought he was about to have the flu game, and it was going to be something spectacular.
Well, he had trust
all 20. Ted wasn't even getting out the blocks fast, bro. He was just going through the motions the whole game. He wasn't getting open for damn.
So if that was the goddamn case, how come XL wasn't playing the first quarter then?
You tell me.
You tell me.
I'm saying, why are you trying to force a ball? That's what we get on the coaches and Bryce. So why you trying to force the ball to a guy who don't feel good and who clearly ain't running fast or whatever, even trying to? You should be looking to make plays for these other wide receivers.
You want to know why? Because he's a first round. Because that's his boy. That's his first round pick. That's why.
This is the thing, though.
D-Money, you remember when we talked about this when you was on the show? It was just me and you. People want teams to throw passes in a clutch to guys that just don't have it that game because you pay him the big bucks, even though he's showing you all game. I don't have it this game,
brother.
Opposed to going to somebody who's more energetic and may make that play.
Listen, man, with them flu-like symptoms they say he had, and as cold as it's been in the state of North Carolina today, I don't know a man that would have came out and produced in that.
I wouldn't even fucking came out there. That weather definitely wasn't gonna help him out.
Not in the least bit, bro. He ain't gonna practice probably the first day of practice, bro. Just gonna be on the sideline getting fluids in this, man, because he didn't help his health being out there in that mess, sweating and stuff, bro. But you do bring up a valid point, though. Like, I'll be the first to say I like Canellis in a lot of areas or whatever, but there's some things with grabbing his mans and just standing up and making a decision is seeming to be lacking in a lot of areas. That's where my knock with Canellis comes in at quite a bit. I think where he could put his foot down to some scenarios, he's not really putting his foot down on the scenarios. Yeah, that's where my Canellis thing goes at.
He'll never say it, but because he didn't want to hear us say, why you ain't play Teddy Roy? Why you sit him out? That was dumb to sit him out. The dude was sick.
Yeah, absolutely. He was sick. You can look in his face and tell that.
Why I'm gonna put him out there like I'm not even. I don't want it that bad, bro. You sick? Look, we'll just see what we can do the rest of these guys and get the last game. He's sick.
So that was the goddamn case. And how come the team didn't play harder to win the game? If Ted was that sick, why didn't no other receivers step up to take over?
I think we talked
the wide receiver room might be sick too. We just know about Ted.
Yeah, man.
So why didn't Bryce Young step the fuck up and fucking do what he had to do?
Obviously,
how come nobody else on the offense stepped up and do what they gotta do if they knew Ted was sick?
I don't know, but
because they didn't want the fucking game that fucking much. That's obviously fucking why.
But what is Bryce gonna do if there's nobody open?
Step the fuck up
and do what?
Did. He took off running.
He set the fuck up. He set the fuck up. So he set the fuck up with 54 fucking passes.
He ran for 35
with a touchdown for 14 or 24. He stepped the fuck up. He set the fuck up with a 42.5 passer rating. He stepped the fuck up. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Hell no.
You talking about stepping up when
the offense needs to step the fuck up and they fucking did it.
Why are you dodging the question? Step up and do
I'm not dodging the goddamn question. I'm giving you the fucking answer.
If nobody's open, hey Claire, if nobody's open, who is he gonna throw it to?
Step the fuck up and do something about it.
What do you mean step? Okay, what should he have done, Edge? Give me an example.
So are we going to assume that literally nobody was open?
I'm not assuming that, but we obviously somebody won't just like butterball naked open that he wanted to throw to.
Yeah.
I mean, because they were not, 4 yards ahead of separation of all the DBs. That's what we're going with. Nobody was open.
It's not what we're going with. I just think the point that Twan was saying is if nobody got any separation and they was blanketed, supposedly, who was he supposed to throw?
I highly doubt it. I don't. There's no way.
Okay, we got to give. Okay, we got to.
That's why I got to bring. Hold up. That's why we got to bring Petey back in. Petey been saying for years, man. Bryce don't throw people open. You got to be wide open.
Correct, but I'm also not going to blame the receivers if that's also the case.
Doing it in this game.
I'm not blaming the receivers then if that's the case because that means that Bryce is inept.
Yeah, I'm blaming.
Thank you.
I'm blaming Bryce.
Oh my God.
I'm putting some of that shit on Bryce.
Yeah.
In terms of like when he threw that interception, that was dumb. You know what I'm saying or whatever. But as far as like him being back there in that pocket, I felt like he stayed in the pocket pretty good amount of time. It's just like the dude wasn't throwing the ball because nobody was open. We saw him check down the whole game. Now on 22, when we see that all 22, if we can see some people open, I'm guarantee you, I'm probably on one or two plays somebody might have been open. But I'm telling you, for the whole game, I don't think he saw anybody up and downfield.
You know what?
And that secondary is all that.
This is what I'm going to do to hold y'all accountable. I'll watch the all 22 when it comes out. I'll tell it like it is. He did miss people. There was people open. I'll come back on this show and say Bryce was ass during this game. But if I see the all 22 and the Seahawks defense is locking down people, I'm gonna come back and hold y'all accountable. We'll make it a bet. We'll make it a bet.
What are you talking about, man?
No, I'm not talking about you, Twan. I'm talking about just other people in the chat. Not you, Twan.
Hold up, man.
Not you. Not you.
Hey, pretty quick. Is this not one of the best defenses we played all year?
Yes.
Of course they're a lockdown defense.
The problem at hand is when he's checking down, it's already too late. You ain't giving the receivers time to react. No type of separation.
The running backs had no time once the ball touched their hands.
That's what I agree with. If you're waiting too long to check down, then you're not putting them in a better position either.
Yep.
But Dowdle got Goldberg out there on one little pass in the flat. As soon as he got it, he was.
I swear he couldn't get past nobody in the flat.
Do you notice that none of our receivers broke any tackles today? None. Only Jimmy Horn made one missed tackle. That's it.
I mean, since y'all speaking on Xavier Legette, there was a pass that was actually designated for him. He was the first read. That was when I think it was a quick slant, and he caught it like on the ground type shit. Really and truly, if you look towards the left as the play goes on, you seen Dotto free up, and I think it had to be Ted, and I want to say maybe Jimmy that freed up. That whole left side was open. But they enforced it to Xavier Legette during that play.
How much does all 22 cost?
What's $7.99, I believe. $9.99. It's 7 or 9.
I heard you got to pay for the whole year or some shit though.
No, you don't. I don't think so.
You can pay monthly.
Okay, I'm gonna need to go check that out. But yeah.
So man. If Bryce Young gets percentage of blame, rightfully so, how much J.C. Horn gets?
Everybody gets some blame in this damn game except Mike Jack. Mike said, "Don't look my way."
Rose Boone played a hell of a game as well too. I mean, you Rose Boone.
Rosen played well. Rosen did play well.
I thought he played average. He ain't had no great game.
I mean, he dropped an interception, but I mean,
he's still running. Yeah, he's still running.
Next year, if Evero is here, having Cam Jackson in the game, fucking finally. Please. And then having Bobby Brown and Derek Brown on either side of him, please just run that more because that fucking worked. Please just keep doing that. Just rotate that. Just do that.
Yeah, I like that.
The UPS special, what can Brown do for you and Cam Jackson in the middle? Please, just do that.
That fucking work. If you're not gonna bring back Ashawn Robinson, at least keep that combination.
I'm asking for draft one, sign one linebacker. Draft a linebacker, sign a linebacker.
I'd double dip at linebacker in the draft.
I said two and two. Me and Claire been saying the whole
I'd sign one and then double dip too, because Trevin Wallace, he's got season-ending shoulder surgery. God knows when he'll be back. So I mean,
what, Claire? You would sign two and draft one?
Huh? I would sign one and draft two.
Sign one and draft two. Okay, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, we got to get that linebacking core fixed, bro.
Yeah, because at this point, Roseboom is on one deal, so he'll be out of here too unless we resign him. So right now, our room is Claude Shiralis and Bam Martin Scott. There it is at the end of this year, and Isaiah Simmons, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going.
Not using Isaiah Simmons either.
I'm going linebacker, whatever other position that they want to get, and I'm going linebacker right again at the third pick, bro. And I'm looking at some middle linebackers. I ain't looking at no motherfucking.
No outside linebackers. Yeah.
Well, but Twan, this is the thing about it is, if what y'all are saying is right, I mean, there's a chance that we'll stay in the 3-4. There's a chance that we'll stay in the 3-4. But if we don't stay in the 3-4, I don't see the point of double dipping in the draft. I could see sign one, draft one, but not sign one, draft two. That
Nick,
No, I
would
think
kind of
I
be
think you do when
we're
you
over the
have
that
top
no
bad.
on the
depth.
inside.
I think we're that bad at that position that
I was
we
gonna
got.
say, but Nick, you need depth.
Yeah.
Our depth is abysmal. I would sign one and draft two just for the purposes of depth.
Do you name the linebackers on that team?
I just did. After Roseboom is
Nick.
done.
I'm talking about Nick. I'm asking Nick.
I'm not saying that
Rose
on that. What
Bowl,
I'm saying
Wallace is going
if we go back to a 4-3, there's no point of having that many inside linebackers.
Let's just assume that
It
we
doesn't
are
matter.
staying with a 3-4. You know, you change scenarios on us.
No, I actually said that. If you listened, you jumped the gun to it.
You didn't
No,
listen
actually,
Nick did say that.
No.
You didn't listen. You just responded just to attack me. You did that, and that's why y'all
I'm not even attacking you now. Claire prefaced the question. Claire, did you not say if Evero comes back here?
Yes.
Thank you.
Because I don't know if he's going to be back. That's what I said. And I mean, that was mostly about the D-line scheme. But either way, I don't care who we get. If we run a 3-4 or 4-3, we need to somehow get three more linebackers into that core somehow.
I'd like to throw quite a bit of money at a veteran who's proven. And now, I mean, mind you, still draft. I still say draft. But I would like to spend some good money on a veteran linebacker.
Oh, yeah, that's what we saying go get and then draft the other two, bro.
I don't know. But is there? I haven't paid attention yet. I'm not, because it's too early right now to start paying attention to who's going to be a free agent. I don't start paying attention to that until around the end of the Super Bowl, because just like you say, till the end of the league year, teams still have the opportunity to re-sign their players. So I don't really pay attention until we get close to the new league year. So I just don't know who's going to be out there and who's not going to be out there, linebacker wise.
Well, I mean, he ain't got to be like the all-pro of all pros, you know what I mean? But a guy who we know that can solidify the middle of that linebacking core. I mean,
y'all are on Mars.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Roseboom is getting better. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Oh, I love Roseboom. I was happy he came when I saw 138 tackles last year. I was excited for him to come 2 years ago.
Roseboom is getting better. I don't care what none of y'all say. Y'all can hate the man all you want to. The dude is getting better week in and week out. Yes, he misses tackles, but our standard of what linebackers should be is extremely high. So anybody who doesn't meet that mark, we automatically cut his head off. Well,
nah, he's not my taste. It ain't cutting his head off.
He's a rotational piece. He is a rotational piece. That's just what it is.
And that's what he. But listen, Petey, just like what you said, but that's what he was picked up to be.
That is true. He's playing as a main though.
Situations, but that's because situation made it that way. It ain't because we wanted it to be that way. Situation made it that way.
He's a starter now.
And you can say that you can blame that on on Dan. You can blame that on Dan, because you could say that Dan should have known that old boy was still having issues, and we should have looked to move on beforehand. But I mean, that's all only I say about that. But all I can say is that as Roseboom has gotten better over the last few weeks, and I'm thinking if you can get a guy who is league way better than he is, and then keep him as a rotational piece, I actually think that's a plus.
Oh no, I picked him up, so I don't have no problem with keeping what's name. Whether he's a rotational piece or whatever the case may be, that's just what it is.
My conclusion is, if they want to keep him, keep him. If they want to get rid of him, I'm not going to lose any sleep over that either.
Hey, do you think that if Evero does bounce, because Roseman was with Evero, do you think Roseman was going to bounce with him? Or you think they're going to try to make an effort for him to actually stay
Roseman
here?
just trying to make
And
a
actually,
team, bro.
I
I just think he's
I
trying to be on the
He ain't got
team,
the
man.
skills to be
I
bouncing with nobody.
I understand, but I'm just saying. But I'm just saying there are sometimes that players will go with coaches that they're familiar with because they know the system and everything like that.
But this is what. But let me say this though, Edge. He wasn't his first option. He just ended up in the position. So
Which is
at
true.
the end of the day, is going with Evero saying that I'm going to be my first? Because if that's the case, Evero might go say, hey, let's see if we can get Josie Jewell.
I think if Josie Jewell was here, I thought Roseman was going to get cut.
But like, who
I
said?
don't think Roseman was going to get cut. I think we might not see Shirless or Bam. What you call Scott? To be honest, I think I do believe Rose. I
You're doing
think
that
Roseman is
based
better
on
than.
you're doing that based on what you've already seen Roseman do, though. I'm talking about at the beginning of the season.
I actually think Roseman was better than him last season.
No, okay.
Yes, by far.
Here's the available linebackers on the market next year. We got Levante David with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Too old.
Bobby Wagner.
Too old.
Demario Davis.
Too old.
I would look at Demario Davis. Ain't no
Not
lie.
even for 1 year.
I would look at Demario Davis.
Only way I would look at Demario Davis or any of these guys is if we are drafting somebody who is probably going to be a monster.
Okay. But the thing with Demario Davis, I don't think he's ever going to leave New Orleans.
I'm here to tell y'all right now, I would not say no to Alex Anzalone with Detroit.
Nope.
Me either.
Anzalone's nice.
Or freaking Van Winkle from
Murray.
Minnesota.
I think has Anzalone has it been the injuries that have kept him from being everything that he has wanted to be? Because
he had one injury within the last 2 years that kept him sidelined for a while. But I mean,
yeah, because I just haven't heard much from him.
You
this
can't
year.
throw a rock in the NFL without hitting somebody who's had a bad injury.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying what I'm getting at with that clear. I'm saying is that reason we haven't heard much from him this year. I ain't heard much of Alex Angelo. Like last year when he came back from that injury, he was balling. I just ain't heard much from him this year.
And I'm not. This is not me sticking up for Alex Anzalone, but I do know that Detroit team, since the departure of their DC and their OC becoming head coaches, there's not been a whole lot talked about on that team.
True. Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson were fatal losses for them. I know some people said it at the beginning of the year and was like, that could possibly be it. But to actually see it come to fruition, it's kind of crazy.
No, it did because you can see it within the beginning of the season how vital those two were for Ben Johnson and freaking Aaron Glenn was for that team. You can
I like Caden Ellis too.
Well, I was trying to go through this list, as far as Alex Anzalone, his market value is $7 million. So I don't think that's a bad number.
No, it's not.
No.
Caden Ellis from Atlanta. We got Matt Milano with Buffalo.
I would love to have Matt Milano, but Matt Milano does not
have that bad injury
over the last 3 or 4 years. Matt Milano has not played a lot of football. That's just that is 100%. He's currently having what JC had early in his career right now.
Yeah, but didn't he have that one bad injury like a year ago that kept him out almost 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Or was that somebody else? I could have sworn that was Milano.
What about Von Miller?
Von Miller's an edge rusher, and he's 100% pass.
Alex Singleton.
I've liked Alex Singleton in the past, but he's kind of been.
Yeah, he balling over there with Denver in the past. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need a linebacker that can stay back.
I was gonna say there's those two guys at the bottom are actually good ones too.
I like Quay
EJ
Walker.
Speed and Quay Walker. Yeah.
Quay Walker. That's a.
I wouldn't
Kind
mind.
of pry him away from Green
I wouldn't
Bay,
mind Devin Lloyd either.
I wouldn't mind him.
He's oh shit. His market is $20 million though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of his age and what he's been doing with Jacksonville. So they might actually give him a contract if I'm being honest.
Sometimes you
He's
gotta
played
pay
well
the
enough.
penalty. Yep. Gotta pay to
Man,
play.
I'm so mad that I'm mad that Denzel Perryman, that dude pissed me off, man.
Got Christian
That dude-
Rosebaum up. So
Denzel Perryman is the definition of fuck around and find out when it comes to, like, he literally he has fines and all kinds of crap every season at whatever team he's on.
But the dude is a good freaking linebacker. He just can't
he's a great linebacker, but he's a liability off the field.
He can't either stay healthy or he getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And you know the bad part about it? His injuries are self-inflicted. His injuries are self-inflicted.
they said Rosebaum's his market value is $3 million.
That sounds about right.
I mean, I'd keep him for a rotational piece and then getting somebody who can actually be something.
I'm gonna lowball him. He ain't getting that.
I feel like he's earned the spot, bro.
Jack Cochran, Dennis Gardick, Luke Gifford, Troy Anderson, Willie Gay Jr.
Hey, is any of them Philly linebackers available? Sure.
I like KJ. I like KJ Britt too. Ooh, Nakobe Dean is.
Yeah.
They not letting Nakobe Dean go though.
Ah shit. They ain't got no money up for him yet. They don't even know what his market is.
Oh no, they'll make money for him. They'll definitely make
They're
money.
not letting it. They are not letting the Nakobe. That dude is actually a really good linebacker. He just I think last year he had a.
I'm gonna tell you like this: Philly cannot pay all those guys after this year. All their contracts hit at the same time.
Yeah, they'll make some. They'll make.
You have to let somebody go.
Yeah, but you know what? They just paid a linebacker. I don't know about that, Ed.
Yeah, I mean they might not be able to.
They paid.
They literally just paid a linebacker big money.
And they got a Phillips guy that they just traded for, didn't they? That ain't Phillips up this year.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, but Phillips is an edge rusher.
Yeah,
but they ain't got the money to pay everybody next year.
They'll let him go. They'll let him go because they still got to pay Jalen Carter too.
They ain't got
Bond got his bag. Oh
yeah, Bond got his bag, and Carter's gonna be net.
Yeah, so you know what? That's the thing about it is
we might get Nakobe Dean.
We could probably get Nakobe Dean because when you got to think about it, because they got Nakobe Dean and Carter the same year, didn't they? That was that year that they had two.
Yeah,
that was that year they had 2 first-round picks. So yeah, they can't afford to pay both of them up.
Yeah, because Nakobe Dean didn't play his rookie year.
Y'all want to bring
Nakobe Dean was
because he was hurt.
He was good though. I mean, he was good though.
No, he's good. He was just hurt.
Would y'all be interested in bringing Shaq Thompson back for a year?
For what?
No.
I wouldn't mind it.
And he's only 2.8 mil.
As soon as he comes,
bring him home. Bring him for his retirement. March.
I ain't gonna lie. I would bring him back for a year as a bridge and let him retire here. That's on the.
He would be. I would be 100. I'm really 100% honest. While I'm joking around, he'd be way better than Rosebaum is right now.
Yep.
That ain't even. That's not. You can't even argue that. Like for me to say that he's not better than Rosebaum would be a total lie.
It's better than what we got. Period. At that true linebacker spot. I ain't talking about no edges playing linebacker.
Get a taste of the playoffs, man. He probably ain't gonna want to come back to Charlotte.
I don't know. He might want to come home, man. It ain't like he ain't been to the playoffs. It ain't like he ain't been to the playoffs. So,
well, I mean that's true too, but it was also long.
We got him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he been to a Super Bowl with us. So
Yeah, his first year
I
with
mean,
us.
10 years.
yeah. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind bringing Shaq back. I do understand getting rid of Shaq. I did understand that because it was 2 injuries. Was it 2 injuries in 2 years in a row?
I want to think it was 3, bro. And that's what turns me on.
Well, man, I'm just chalking the day up to missed opportunities. Unfortunately, we have to get this out of our head and go ahead and look forward to this next game. Because it ain't no more games after this if you lose, man. I like the fact that our destiny is still in our hand, but I don't even know what to think of this next game. Even though Tampa Bay has been losing all these games lately, they're going to be playing at home, and it's them or us. You know what I'm saying? Could have just took care of business today, but we didn't, and it has not been what we've been this year with the win, loss, win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. So they got to figure out how to get off that tight circle, or off that tight rope, and get better, man. I do want to use this opportunity now for people or anybody to shout out anyone that they want to shout out, man, as the week goes on, because we'll be back talking about this next matchup throughout the week. Anyone?
Like, yo, I know today a lot of people disappointed. They got punched in the chest, got punched in the face. And yeah, it's kind of deflating when you could have took a division and chance to pick it to the playoffs today. But just like Twan had just said, with the win, the loss, the win, the loss, there's been a lot of inconsistencies with us. And not for no defeatist behavior. We showed that our defense could match up with a top flight offense, or at least the offense that produces for that half until they got set behind the 8 ball. So I'm very confident that we'll get back. That's just the kind of thing we just like after we get smacked in the face, we're determined to smack somebody else in the face. So I'm just praying and nothing but good energy this week that we about to go into Tampa Bay and take what's ours. And that's the division. And if you ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the football. Damn.
Anyone else?
Well, I just want to thank everybody in the chat that came along through with us. Hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Hey, without you guys, we ain't got a show. All right, so make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn all notifications on and tell your friends, tell your family members about the show, bro. Because when we bring it, man, we be real. We may argue about it, but we bring real facts and real stats. So that's what you want. Come on through.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Don't forget to take your vitamins. Keep pounding.
Peter, you got anything to say, man? Nick?
No, just stay hopeful.
No?
Stay hopeful, keep pounding.
Stay hopeful, keep pounding. Nick?
No, I'm good, man. I'm just here, so I don't get fined.
704 Charlotte Brown Show. We out.